An area where magma melts through the crust above it. Hotspot. A hotspot is a place on Earth where magma consistently breaks through the surface, creating volcanic islands or activity. Imagine you're sitting on a couch, and suddenly you feel a small, localized warm spot beneath the cushion. This unexpected warm spot is similar to a geological hotspot, where magma rises and melts through the Earth's crust. Just like the mysterious warmth on your couch might be caused by a hidden heating pad or a hot cup placed underneath, a hotspot in geology is where intense heat from the mantle creates a localized area of melting, forming volcanic islands like Hawaii. An opening in the ocean floor where water heated by magma below rises up through cracks. Vent. A vent is a spot where heat from inside the earth escapes through the ocean floor. Imagine you're boiling a pot of soup on the stove, and as it heats up, bubbles begin to rise to the surface. Similarly, in the ocean, vents act like those bubbles, where water heated by magma below the ocean floor rises up through cracks. Just as the heat from the stove causes the soup to bubble and release steam, the magma beneath the Earth's crust heats the ocean water, causing it to rise and escape through openings in the ocean floor, much like the steam escaping the pot. A mountain through which lava flows to Earth's surface. Volcano. A volcano is an opening in Earth's crust that allows molten rock, gases, and ash to escape. Imagine you're trying to unclog a stubborn kitchen sink drain that's backed up with water. Just like the pressure builds up in the pipes until the blockage is cleared and the water flows out, a volcano is a mountain where pressure builds up from molten rock beneath the Earth's surface until it erupts as lava. In this analogy, the clogged drain is like the Earth's crust. The backed up water represents the molten rock, or magma, and the eventual flow of water simulates the lava flowing out of the volcano. A steep, cone-shaped volcano, it is made of ash and cinders. Cinder cone volcano. A cinder cone volcano is formed from the accumulation of volcanic debris around a single vent. Imagine trying to pile up sand at the beach to make a perfect cone-shaped sandcastle, but it keeps collapsing and sliding down. This is similar to how a cinder cone volcano forms, as loose materials like ash and cinders are ejected and fall back down around a volcanic vent, creating a steep, cone-shaped structure. Just like how the sand forms a mound, the ash and cinders accumulate, but need just the right balance to maintain their shape without collapsing, illustrating how the forces of nature construct a cinder cone volcano. A tall, cone-shaped volcano, it is made of alternating layers of lava and ash. Composite volcanoes are large, steep volcanoes formed from many layers of volcanic rocks and ash. Imagine you're building a layer cake for a party, but you have to alternate between layers of cake and frosting to get the right balance. Just like this cake, a composite volcano is constructed with alternating layers, but instead of cake and frosting, it consists of layers of lava and ash. The layers of cake are akin to the lava flows that harden and give structure, while the frosting layers represent ash deposits that add texture and complexity, together creating a towering cone-shaped structure. A wide, gently sloping mountain formed by lava from quiet eruptions. Shield volcano. A shield volcano is a broad, dome-shaped volcano built up by the flow of low-viscosity lava that spreads widely. Imagine trying to spread a thick layer of peanut butter evenly over a slice of bread without tearing it. This process is similar to how a shield volcano forms, where lava flows slowly and steadily over a large area, creating a wide, gently sloping mountain. Just as the peanut butter spreads out smoothly and covers the bread in a broad, even layer, the lava from quiet eruptions spreads out to form the expansive, gently sloping sides of a shield volcano. A fluid's resistance to flowing, viscosity. It is a measure of how thick or sticky a fluid is, determining how easily it moves. Imagine trying to move through a crowded room where everyone is tightly packed together. Just as you struggle to weave your way through people because they resist your movement, a fluid with high viscosity resists flowing easily. In this analogy, the crowded room represents a viscous fluid, where the density and interaction of people are like molecules in the fluid, and your difficulty in moving is akin to the fluid's resistance to flow. The fast-moving hot gases, ash, and cinders expelled from a volcano. Pyroclastic flow is a rapid, avalanche-like current of volcanic material that flows down the sides of a volcano during an explosive eruption. Imagine trying to carry a large tray of drinks across a crowded room during a party, only to trip and spill everything in a chaotic rush. This scenario is similar to a pyroclastic flow, where the tray represents the volcano, and the drinks are like the hot gases, ash, and cinders that are released when the volcano erupts. Just as the drinks rapidly spread out and create a mess across the floor, the expelled volcanic material swiftly moves down the mountain, blanketing everything in its path with devastating speed and force. A large rock mass that forms when magma cools inside Earth's crust. Batholith. A batholith is a huge formation of rock that solidifies deep beneath the Earth's surface. Imagine trying to make a jelly dessert, but you accidentally leave it too long in the mold and it solidifies completely inside, making it difficult to remove. This is similar to how a batholith forms when magma cools and solidifies beneath the Earth's surface without erupting as lava. Just like the jelly hardens within the confines of the mold, the magma cools and crystallizes into a massive rock formation within the crust, creating a batholith. A slab of volcanic rock formed when magma hardens across layers of rock. Dike. A dike is a sheet of rock that forms when magma cuts through and solidifies in cracks within other rock layers. Imagine trying to fix a leaky roof by placing a strong piece of wood across the damaged area to stop the water from seeping through. Just like that piece of wood blocking the leak, a dike is formed when magma intrudes into cracks in the Earth's crust and solidifies, cutting across existing rock layers. In this analogy, the roof represents the layers of rock, the leak is the crack or weakness in these layers, and the piece of wood is the hardened magma that forms the dike, effectively sealing the breach and providing a sturdy barrier. Igneous rock feature formed when magma squeezes between layers of rock. Sill. A sill is a flat layer of rock formed when magma cools and hardens between older layers of earth. Imagine you're trying to fit a thick book onto an already full bookshelf, and you end up sliding it horizontally between two existing rows of books. This scenario is similar to a geological process where magma finds its way between existing layers of rock, cooling and solidifying to form what's known as a sill. Just like the book that wedges itself between rows without displacing them, a sill forms when magma squeezes into horizontal spaces between rock layers, eventually cooling to create a solid, horizontally oriented feature. A large circular hole that forms when the top of a volcano collapses. Caldera. It is a big depression created after a volcanic eruption empties the magma chamber, causing the ground above to collapse. Imagine you're at a party, and the inflatable bounce house suddenly deflates, causing everyone inside to sink to the ground. This is similar to a caldera forming when the top of a volcano collapses because the support structure below gives way, creating a noticeable dip. Just like the air escaping the bounce house causes it to collapse inward, the magma chamber beneath a volcano empties and can no longer support the weight above, leading to a large, circular depression forming at the surface. A large pit on Earth or any object in space created by an impact from a smaller object. Crater. A crater is a bowl-shaped depression formed when a meteorite or other object hits a surface. Imagine you're at a beach and you watch as a child throws a stone into the sand, creating a small depression where it lands. This scene is quite similar to how craters form on Earth or other celestial bodies when a smaller object, like a meteor, strikes their surface and creates a large pit. Just as the stone disrupts the smooth surface of the sand by transferring its energy into the ground and pushing the particles aside, a meteor impacts a planet's surface, transferring its kinetic energy, displacing material, and forming a crater. Hardened magma in a volcano's pipe, volcanic neck. A volcanic neck is a column of solidified lava or rock that was once the conduit for magma in a volcano. Imagine trying to squeeze out the last bit of toothpaste from a nearly empty tube, but it just won't budge. This situation is similar to a volcanic neck, where hardened magma gets stuck in a volcano's pipe. Just as dried toothpaste clogs the opening of the tube, preventing any more paste from coming out, hardened magma solidifies in a volcanic pipe, creating a blockage that remains even after the rest of the volcano erodes away. Molten rock beneath the Earth's surface, magma. Magma is hot, liquid rock found beneath the Earth's crust. Imagine you have a pot of soup simmering on the stove, with bubbles occasionally breaking the surface. This bubbling soup is like magma, which is molten rock simmering beneath the Earth's surface, occasionally making its way to the top. Just as the soup bubbles up because of the heat from the stove, magma rises due to intense heat and pressure from the Earth's interior, waiting for any opportunity to escape, much like the soup bubbles waiting for a gap in the surface to release steam. Molten rock that reaches the Earth's surface. Lava. Lava is hot liquid rock that flows out of a volcano during an eruption. Imagine a pot of soup on the stove, simmering gently, and as it heats up, bubbles start to rise and occasionally spill over the edge. This is similar to how lava behaves, as it is molten rock that rises from deep within the Earth and spills out when it reaches the surface. Just like the soup bubbling over due to heat, magma within the Earth is heated and forced upward until it escapes as lava, overflowing like that soup from the pot and spreading across the surface. A large pocket of molten rock under a volcano. Magma chamber. A magma chamber is an underground pool of liquid rock beneath a volcano that can fuel eruptions. Imagine the frustration of trying to keep a soda bottle from fizzing over when you shake it. Just like that bottle, a volcano has a magma chamber beneath it, which acts as a reservoir for molten rock, much like the carbonated liquid inside the sealed bottle. When the pressure builds up inside the bottle, it is similar to the pressure increasing in the magma chamber. If released suddenly, both result in an eruption, one with foam and the other with lava. A hot spring that periodically shoots water and steam into the air. Geyser. A geyser is a natural hot spring that erupts with water and steam due to underground heat. Imagine you're trying to open a jar that's been tightly sealed for too long. The pressure inside the jar builds up until, with a twist, it finally bursts open, releasing a burst of air and aroma. Similarly, a geyser is like that jar, where underground heat causes water to boil, building up pressure until it finds an escape route, erupting dramatically with steam and water. Just as the pressure in the jar finds relief when opened, the pressure beneath the Earth's surface in a geyser finds its release by shooting upwards, creating a stunning natural spectacle. A tall landform that rises to a peak, mountain. A mountain is a large natural elevation of the Earth's surface, rising abruptly from the surrounding area. Imagine trying to climb a huge pile of laundry that never seems to end, with the goal of making it to the very top where your favorite shirt lies. Similar to this laundry pile, a mountain is a tall landform that rises majestically to a peak. Just as each layer of laundry represents a step closer to reaching your goal, each layer of rock and sediment gradually builds up to form a mountain's peak, illustrating the journey of tackling a challenge one step at a time. Mountains formed as blocks of rock move up or down along faults. Fault block mountain. These mountains form when Earth's crust cracks, and blocks of rock move up or down along these cracks, creating a rugged landscape. Imagine trying to rearrange a pile of uneven books on a shelf, where some books slide up or down as you attempt to balance them. This is similar to how fault block mountains are formed, where blocks of the Earth's crust move up or down along faults, like books shifting positions on a shelf. Just as each book might tilt or shift in response to your adjustments, blocks of rock move in response to tectonic forces, creating mountains as they rise or valleys as they sink.